I guess we're live. Welcome, Krabby Turtle. I don't know if anybody else is going to be joining us today, but we're going to go live and chat about things to buy this holiday season. So I would have done this a different way, but I figured nobody's live right now. Let's jump in there and chat about some of the things that can be purchased. So we've got we're going to talk about stuff on Amazon. We've got our store over here, the Amazon store. Hey, buddy, hey, come on, man. Got our Amazon store over here. Got a little puppy co-host. We'll bust open a soda, some kind of stuff I got at the dollar store. Soda with lemon in it. Hey, come on, quit it. Hey, that's why I always have my hand over here so it doesn't do anything gross while we're live. And yeah, let's dig into the store. So we'll make it so you don't have to look past that ugly puppy to see the store. We'll grab it like this. Yep. And drag it back over like that. And put the puppy in puppy view down here. All right. So the deal is maybe share some ideas for gift ideas for people. Get people, looking the wrong button. Share some ideas on what people get as gifts or have gotten as gifts that are good ideas. Take some of the stress off anybody who's getting ready for holiday gifts later on. Wants to take advantage of sales and things like that. We have a bunch of stuff on our Amazon store. I don't know if you've ever looked at our Amazon store, but it has nothing to do with what we do over here. So it's just all over the place. We've got different products like just going backwards. This is some kind of a squirt gun that battery powered, rechargeable. Oh, look how it's boring. It bores this little puppy when I talk about Amazon, I guess. Eventually he'll lay down here. Some kind of a squirt gun that shoots water. I thought it was a gel blaster gun, so we got a squirt gun. I thought it was a gel blaster gun. Then we've got a HEPA filter. Looks like R2D2, but it's a big giant filter with a fan on it, and it sucks air through the filter. Pretty decent. It actually kicks out a lot of air. It's a medical device, so it's like a $79 filter. Got a dehumidifier there, a couple of videos on that. I'm just going to read through stuff until somebody comes up with some ideas of stuff to talk about. So Krabby Turtle is out there. Welcome. She Fires saying hey. Welcome. If you're out there watching us live, then say hey. Come up with ideas for gifts or whatever. I don't know if these are gift ideas necessarily, like a giant filter. I don't know. Somebody want a giant filter? I mean, I'd have actually appreciated it as a gift. I live in Arizona though, and I keep the doors open, so it'd be kind of pointless. Maybe if I could keep the doors closed, I would appreciate it more. But you either get a vacuum or you get something that sucks air out of or dirt and dust out of the air. And I like the idea of sucking it out of the air. Has anybody ever had a room air filter? I think one of these videos will show you how big it is. We are here in Arizona, where, as you can imagine, it can get pretty. You don't have to listen to me, but you see, it's bigger than a garbage can. It's as big as a garbage can. It's as big as R2D2. A little bit smaller than R2D2, I guess. But it's pretty heavy. It's got a big giant fan on there. Dehumidifier, that'd be a boring gift. Here's a toy that the puppy's playing with, or played with for a little while. Here's what it sounds like when he's wailing. So the puppy really likes this game. He's figured out that he can. So he basically has to scoot the little cups around, and whenever the cups fall over one of them trapdoors, he has to then open the trapdoor and go in there and eat it. And he essentially just smashes on it and gets all mad, so I took it away from him. He kind of figured it out. It didn't take him long, but then he started chewing on the doors, and he figured out how to kick the cups out of there. So, it's okay. If you had a more gentle dog, it could handle it. Got some pants. I don't count pants as gifts. So let's make that our first, poll tonight. I'm going to put is everybody on the main gun websites channel? I'm assuming that's where everybody is. I'm going to put the poll over on the gun websites channel. But I don't know, is this controversial? I think for girls, maybe it's controversial. Hold on. Put the poll over on the, Okay, so the poll is, is clothing a gift? I always considered clothing a rip-off gift. Like, I don't want clothes as a gift. And we'll just do yes or no. So if you want to participate in that poll, go ahead. Sometimes I'll remember that there's a poll over there. Sometimes I'll forget. But anyway, I got some pants on there. Those are pretty boring. I wouldn't consider that a gift. It's like buying somebody silverware or a paper plate. Like, here's something that you need anyway. No, I can go buy that myself. Or buying somebody shoes or something. Like, I don't want somebody else buying me shoes. I want to buy my own shoes. Anyhow, let's see. Then we have some coloring books, adult coloring books. What's up with that? When did that become a thing? So actually, I uploaded 3 adult coloring books, and one of my adult coloring books was considered medical advice. I have no idea. I didn't even say anything about medical advice in there, but anyway, this thing's a dog trainer, and this is controversial. I don't know if this is a gift necessarily, but it's a mouse trap with a giant flapper on it, and when you smack on the flapper, it does what a mouse trap does. And I guess the idea is that if you got a dog who's being bad, then you put this thing around, and then when the dog, a minute, I'll touch it, and you'll see what it does. So whenever a dog's being bad and they touch it, come on, when do I touch it? Eventually I touch the thing, and essentially it just goes off and makes a big commotion. It makes a big noise, and that's supposed to, scare the dog because of the commotion. There, it does that. So what do you think? Mike White is out there. Do you think this is an effective deterrent for a dog, like a dog learning tool? Anybody else? What do you think? Or Chris has a dog. Anyway, I don't know if that'd be a good gift. I think that's kind of like a boring gift. Plus, it's like $7 or something. A little fake cactus. Is that a good gift? I'm only doing it so I can copy off of Clover. I got a little cactus so I could copy off of Clover. This is actually a good gift if you want to buy a gift for somebody that's pretty boring. It's for the sewing. What about this little massager thingy? I got this thing because it's a little massager thingy, but Mello seems to like it. I put it on her and turned it on. She doesn't like motors or noises or anything, but once she figured out she was getting a massage from it, she liked it. Now she comes over whenever I turn it on. She comes over here. This is some kind of a toy that shoots poop. That's the kind of stuff they make toys out of these days. That's the world coming to. There's 32 versions of this thing according to the back of the package. So, a poop shooting toilet. I actually got that just to mess with Gear Report and Gizzard, because there's a whole war going on between Gear Report and Gizzard that you guys don't know about. Nobody knows about it. I'm not supposed to talk about it. How about a blood pressure kit? Is that a what do you call that? A gift? Would you buy, or would you give, or would you accept this as a gift? But here's the thing. Did you think about somebody going to med school? Or what about somebody going to EMT school, or somebody that just fancies themselves, somebody who's interested in medicines and stuff? I don't know what these things cost. When you click on the video, it'll tell you down at the bottom how much stuff costs. $20. Come on, $20 gift? I think that's a $20, an interesting gift. Now, what if it's somebody who's got diabetes and they're trying to monitor their numbers, or somebody that's had some kind of surgery or something and they're trying to monitor their numbers? They may have a set that's at home, but giving them a $20 set for their car, that might be a good gift. I don't know. Is that a good gift? Let me know. Let's go monitor got 6 votes so far. 100% of the votes suggests that clothing is a gift. I don't know. I still don't like clothing as a gift. It's like getting socks or something. That's not a gift. Don't wrap up socks. When I was a kid, I would say, I'm owed socks. Like, if you didn't want to have to put socks on me, then you shouldn't have had me. I wouldn't accept socks as a present. It's a rip-off. That's a rip-off present. Mike is saying he'd use that blood pressure thing. I mean, that's the reason I have it, is because I want it around the house just in case. I don't have that much of an issue, but every once in a while, you're like, hey, is that my blood pressure or something? So I figured it's worth having it. But I don't know if I would gift it. But again, if somebody's kid was going to medical school or taking an EMT course, I think it would be. I don't think it was. I'm almost positive it was not required for my EMT class, but I mean I don't know what the lists are now. Turns out this game right here. Are you ready for this? Hold on. This game right here. No, I don't know which one it is now. Oh, it's probably this one. So this game right here is so popular that it sells 10,000 editions every month. Can you believe that? Have you ever heard of the game Sequence? I'd never even heard of it before. It turns out it sells 10,000 copies a month. So, that might be a fun game to play. Essentially, it's a couple of decks of cards. It might even be 3. It's like 2.5 decks of cards, it seems like. And I think it's every single card. And then all the cards are laid out on this board. And then you get a little thing of poker chips. And you play as a team or individually, but you can only have like 3 players. So if you have more than 3 players, you start playing as teams. And it's kind of like Connect 4 meets Othello. Or maybe it's like Othello meets poker or something. It's kind of an interesting game. I've never played it before. Then I got until I got it, I guess. Let's see. Then we got the aromatherapy. I think that's a good gift. Does anybody go with this kind of thing? You buy this thing. It's I don't know, like about as big as a bowl of soup or something. Smaller than a. Well, you can see that's a 32-ounce cup, I think, in that right there. So you pour water in there, put that thing back on there, and you plug it in. Of course, Amazon videos, you got to tell people dumb things. So you plug it in, and then it squirts mist out the top. So I live in Arizona. This is probably something I should have going once in a while, but I never do. It's just something people are fans of out there. This particular one has some kind of light show that it cycles through, but you can't really see it with all the lights on. I think that might make a good gift. I feel like that's a good gift for somebody's aunt. I got sent this light. Every once in a while you get sent stuff for nothing. They sent me this light for nothing. I think I have a second one, actually. I was surprised. I thought it was going to be a standard light like I've had in the past, but it's about half the size. So the arms are real short compared to the normal size one that I'm used to seeing. And then that magnifying lens is about 3/4 the size of a standard magnifying lens, so it doesn't take up a lot of room. Of course, the LED or the lights on it are LED, and then everything else kind of standard. But it came with this base, which I dug. So I'm planning on putting this one next to the embroidery machine. I think it'll work out pretty good in there. Although I just plastered that place with lights, so I don't really need the light part, but I figured the magnifying glass would be useful since I'm old. I'll scroll down past some of the industrial stuff. What do you think of a heat press? Would this be a good gift? It's like $200, I think. $150. I mean, I've been wanting one forever. So I think these things would be an interesting gift for somebody who's like a craft person or into making merch. So She Fires, you make merch. Chris, you've got merch, kinda. You're potentially getting into the merch. Who else is out here? Y'all could, the other people out here, I don't know, but you could potentially get into the merch game. If you had one of these presses, would you be into making shirts and stuff, like squishing stuff onto stuff? I guess you could do it onto bags. These little devices down here let you squish it onto hats, and then I guess these smaller ones are just for like coasters or smaller things. You're saying you'd burn yourself on that? Yeah, this thing gets pretty hot. It like swivels out of the way, and I don't know. I've never actually seen them for sale with just the smaller ones. This big one is for t-shirts and stuff. Do I ever actually swing it out of the way? I don't know if I even swung it out of the way. I kind of figure people who already are shopping for one of these know how they work. So I was more just talking in general on this one, if it's worth buying the 5-in-1. So I don't think I was showing you how it works. But, I mean, I do think they get hot. I mean, I know they get hot. I do think you could burn yourself on it, I guess. This thing is 70 something dollars. So would you buy a $70 bicycle pump? Now for skirting up or filling up a like a basketball or a volleyball, I don't know. But I'm thinking people with bicycles that maybe are constantly taking their bikes apart or driving around in places where they get holes in them all the time. Maybe they would like it. It's definitely more beefy than any air pump I think I've ever used. I might have used something in the Army that was this beefy because, the Army doesn't care what they pay for stuff. But I don't think I've ever used such a fancy bike pump before. $76 bike pump. Do you think that's overkill? Would somebody get that as a gift? Would they be impressed or would they be like, dang? Let's see, what else do we got down here? So if you got any ideas for stuff, we can look it up. I'm really just scrolling through here to kind of get the ball rolling. We've been going for 16 minutes. We've got the poll going over there. Is clothing a gift? Finally, somebody agrees with me that clothing should not be a gift. That's a rip-off gift. All right, so how about an ice cream machine? One of these devices where you put ice in the outside, you put a little bit of salt in that ice so that it stays as cold as possible. And then on that inside aluminum container, you can put, I guess, 4 quarts of ice cream. And then the top part is a motor that stirs it all the time, nice and slow. And I don't forget how long it takes. It takes a few hours, I think, right? And eventually you end up having fresh ice cream. I'm pretty sure that's how they made it in the old days. They would just be stirring it in ice. And you'd turn into, you throw a bunch of sugar and a bunch of ice or a bunch of cream in the thing, some flavors, and you end up with ice cream. They make about 3 or 4 different versions of this thing, $70. I think that's like a family gift. We used to make ice cream with something pretty much exactly like that, except we didn't have a motor on it. You had to sit there stirring it. And because of that, nobody ever wanted to make it. And I wouldn't want to make it. And then I would get bored of stirring it, I guess. So it was probably one of those things like everybody knew that I was going to get bored of stirring it. So they knew they were going to have to stir it. And we never really made ice cream that often. But if we would have had a motor on it, that would be a whole different thing. How about a coffee table? Is a coffee table a gift? I guess if you had a kid who needed furniture, you could kind of count that as a gift, but I consider that borderline rip-off gift. How about a espresso? Oh, that's just a picture, but still. How about an espresso machine? I think this one's actually a pretty good gift. I should have put this video up this week or something closer to the holidays. That little stirry thing is only $10. It's 50% off. So for $20, I don't know. For $10, I don't know. It's a pretty good deal for $10, I think, unless you're going to figure out a way to get one cheaper. Well, there are ways to get them cheaper, I guess. But as a gift or whatever, I think that was a pretty handy one. It is a pretty useful thing if anybody's ever used that little stirry gizmo. It has a couple of like AAA batteries in the handle. This coffee I'm enjoying. Probably drinking it too much because it's really an espresso roast flavor. So it's kind of like a Starbucks, and I'm used to instant. So it's been pretty nice having some actual flavorful coffee. And that little Mr. Coffee machine, I can't get enough of that. It's like having an easy bake oven, except it makes espresso. Well, that was a bad idea. I should open this up in a new window, I guess. So if anybody's got any ideas, throw them in here for gift ideas. Let's see. Let's make it more fun. The best gift idea will win something. How about that? So the person that comes up with the best idea that everyone else agrees is the best idea, we'll make it a poll. So come up with a gift idea. The best 4 ones that I think are cool will become part of the poll, and then we'll put a poll out there for everybody to vote, and then the best gift idea gets something. About that. You'll get what's coming to you. Let's see, what else do we got in here that might be a gift? How about a laptop table? Would that be a gift? That borderlines on furniture. We needed a new workspace for a laptop and some. I mean, you could give that to somebody as like a gesture, like, hey, good work, or hey, I'm a fan of yours. Here's the table. or like, good work on the grades. Here's a table. But like, here's a Christmas present. Here's a table. It's lame. It's like, oh, your chair's broken. Here's a Christmas present. Here's a chair. Like, oh, thanks. I think that's borderline. Let's see. I'm getting all these emails now for gun outdoor related gifts. Any of them strike any like aha moments for you? Like, oh, I didn't think of that. Of course, I talked to a bunch of people who are content creators, so I did some stuff with cameras. I did these security camera ones. I don't know why. Mainly because I searched for cameras, I guess, and then a bunch of these things came up, and I was like, well, they're not really cameras, so I'll do a separate one for them. But what do they run? Somewhere between 70 and 150. I don't have anywhere near this nicer one. I got a real cheap one. I think it's like a $20 one, but it's not a security camera. It's just light bulbs, but it's motion sensor light bulbs, and wow, that's been awesome. So I don't know if you've got motion sensor light bulbs or lights, I guess, in the back of your, or in your backyard or in your walkway or wherever it is. But that might be an interesting practical gift. I don't have a problem with practical gifts, but if it's a necessity, I don't think that's much of a gift. Something people wouldn't buy themselves, like a table, you got to buy. Socks, you got to buy. A home security system, you don't got to buy that. Some people would like to buy it. Some people haven't decided which one they want to buy or something. But let me show you the ones I bought. We'll eventually hit them here. I won't have to show them to you, but I'll highlight them when we actually hit them here. And they're way cheaper than those. Hey, they're way cheaper than those $79 ones, and I'm really enjoying them. I used to have to take a flashlight with me when we'd go out and there's no moon, but now I can just walk around. The robots turn on when I walk in front of them. This macaroni and cheese gummy candy, it's pretty good. It tastes like oranges.
I had not seen these before, so we ordered some, and mac and cheese gummies. I thought they'd be cheese flavored, but they say fruit flavored.
They're more like a mango mixed with an orange, if I remember right. They were good. I would get them again. They look like kind of like macaroni and cheese. They definitely look like macaroni and cheese in the box. You could put them in the cabinet with macaroni and cheese, and I'll bet you somebody would pull them out of the cabinet and open them and be like, dang it. Let's see. Most of the stuff is just, come on, why is no? Come on, I gotta switch my rooms around. Hold on. That's the third time I clicked on the wrong screen. So, Mike is saying not really most of the stuff is either just stuff I already have or stuff I don't want. Yeah, that's the problem with this time of year, is everybody's got to, well, you're either obligated to give a gift or, you're interested in giving a gift, but you got to figure out what it is. So, a bunch of talk about this kind of stuff. I don't know. Would we be better off if we didn't have a holiday gift giving season and we just had, maybe birthdays and the anniversary and those kind of more random occurrences for gifts? Krabby is saying containers are a great gift, just hard to get in the stocking. That's interesting. I'm certainly a fan of containers, and if you're talking like boxes and even bags and things, pretty much anything that it lets you store, drawers. There's some like drawers that you put into a set of cabinets or on shelves, that lets you help organize, or in a toolbox or something that I found interesting along the way. I got hiccups. And they're definitely something I wouldn't buy myself, but they're pretty practical. Sometimes you want to give a gift that's just a gift, and sometimes you want to give a gift that's more frivolous or luxury or something. Sometimes you're giving a gift that's just like a joke or, something like that. But for people that can take a practical gift, or that you want to give a practical gift to, I definitely think containers are on that. I got this thing, and I'm surprised how much I like it. So I ended up sticking it next to the kitchen sink, and you just wave your hand underneath of it and it squirts soap at you. It's awesome. So mainly I like it because I don't have to grab soap and worry about dispensing it. I know it's going to get, a squirt, and I don't have to think about it. Like, it's, I don't have to be tired or Sometimes you're open, you don't have the light on or something, and you don't realize, and you squeeze like half the container of soap out accidentally, or you hold it upside down too long, and half the thing of soap comes out. So yeah, I'm actually digging that. How much is it? $24. I don't know if it's worth $24, but depends on if you want to buy that for somebody or not. For somebody who washes their hands all the dang time, that might actually be an interesting practical gift. These are super neat. I don't know if anybody's interested in something like this. This is dice that have dice inside of them. So they're just an interesting like layer to that whole thing. So adding some extra fun to a game, or creating new games with it. Krabby's for practical. Well, that might be our next poll. Let's do that for our next poll then. So overwhelmingly, you all like getting clothes as gifts, evidently. Next, because here's the other thing. Somebody gives you clothes as a gift, unless you're somebody who's a standard size. Like I got all kinds of bulges, and my one arm is longer than my other arm, and my muscles are very large, so regular shirts are too tight for me. So I want to have clothes that I've put on and moved around in. I like to put on a shirt and wiggle in it before I want to buy it. So traditionally, the people that buy me clothes want me to look like something, and then they buy me these clothes, and I'm like, I ain't wearing these clothes. So anyway, I've never had good experience with the clothes thing. So favorite type of gift. Oh, I'm gonna spell that right. Let the robots re-edit that. And then we got luxury. I don't know how to spell that. Yuri? I don't know. Luxury? That might be spelled wrong. What's another one? I'm going to say food, because I think that's an option. Food gift. And then we'll say practical. Oops. And then what else is there a thing besides luxury, food, practical, and there's probably another one. Funny? What would be another one for the poll? Leave the city between, and I can kick food off if there's two good ones. But there's luxury, practical, food. I'll just ask the internet real quick. Let me just ask the internet. Types of gifts. Oh, that didn't help. Okay, that didn't help at all. Or then I'll just put inexpensive. Because sometimes practical is inexpensive. Like here's some new gloves or something. And then sometimes practical is super expensive. Like here's a new refrigerator, right? So type of gift. Luxury, food, practical, or expensive. I should say, oh yeah, I did say favorite type of gift. Okay. All right, so next up is another air filter. This was it's right here. This is a little hand one that I think this would work good in a car. Like if you knew somebody who's doing Uber, do they have something like this? Can you hear it now? And this one, I don't know. This one pulls from the filter. Wait. Yeah, okay. This is the way I like it. This one pulls through the filter and then pushes it out the fan. I've reviewed a couple of different of these air filters, and some of them are the other way around. Some of them blow through the filter, and that bothers me because the fan is going to get all the dirty air. All right, so I think this one might be interesting for somebody, like I say, in Uber. It's $30, and you can see, I think I was talking through it, but you could see the size of the filter. It's a decent sized filter. Like most of that thing is filter. And it can't do, I don't think it does smells, but it can do other stuff. It's not a HEPA filter. Card games? I don't know. I'm a fan of card games. There's a lot of board games that are card games now. So if you're traveling with somebody or somebody you know travels, I think card games might be something. Or if you're just trying to get people away from their effing phones all the time and you want them to do something, so give them some opportunities to do something around a table besides eat. Some of these card games might be cool. So, it's Stoner's birthday today. Right on. I have to update the calendar thing again. I keep meaning to do it, but the Black Friday stuff has been priority. It paid for itself to be the priority. Let's put it that way. Let's see. I got these little booties for a gift for somebody. I like these mainly not because of so much they're good boots, although the little tiny dog that's going to maybe wear them, I think deserves being able to walk on its own little rubber soles instead of whatever temperature the concrete is out here in Arizona. But mostly for the reflective value of them. There's 4 little dots of reflective, high visibility, yellow dancing around on the ground. It's going to catch somebody's eye. They don't fit on the little dude, though. Those are for an even smaller dog. Oh, we could talk about knives. Are knives good gifts? Yes, right? Pretty sure. Right now we're saying favorite type of gift, luxury, food, practical, or inexpensive. And practical is getting 75% of the vote. Are knives practical or luxury? I guess it depends on the knife. Would you call this little guy? That's the Civivi Kai V, I think. K-I and another letter V, or the KI5. I don't know what it's supposed to be called. Would you call that a practical gift? It's like a $70 knife, I think. It's a $39 knife. I'll shut up. It's a $40 knife. Would you consider that a practical? It's practical luxury. Now this one is a $79. No, it's a $50 knife. I'll shut up. So this one costs, right in the middle, $50, $60. And there's nothing wrong with that knife. I'm just not a fan of the smooth aluminum. If it had a texture on it, I'd be 100% down with this knife. I also don't like the bottle opener. I never open bottles. Anyway, knives, great gifts. Civivi, highly recommend them. This thing, actually, I think this would be a potentially good gift. I buy my bobbins, so I don't need this. But people that don't sew a ton of stuff don't buy their bobbins. They have to rewind them, or they just do rewind them. And that's something that you do on your sewing machine normally. And it just means you're going to tie up your sewing machine. You have to rethread it, and it's a pain in the ass sometimes. If you're doing something else, if you run out of bobbins right in the middle of something, it's a pain in the ass. So this can be, I don't want to say a lifesaver, but it can be a stress reliever. And I think it's like $20. I'm bad at the prices. So let's go over here. Yeah, $25. I think that's worth it. You can get it cheaper for sure, but that's a good gift one. I don't think this is for sale anymore, but I did a video of it anyway because I really want to get a watermelon and smash that thing into a watermelon. I don't know if I'm going to buy one anytime soon. Because is this the time for watermelons? No, this isn't the time for watermelons, right? So I'll wait till they're, in season and they're everywhere. But first I want to get a little one and smash it just right through the whole watermelon, and then get a big one and cut the ends off and then smash it through the whole watermelon. I think that's what it's for, but it might also just be for melons. So I'll probably try doing it to a cantaloupe person, and I'll probably smash some apples with it too. But really looking forward to it. Those are essentially like a whole bunch of serrated blades, and I haven't used it yet, but it seems more substantial than some of the other ones I have. I wouldn't call that a gift because I don't think it's for sale anymore. How about this thing? Gizzard probably needs one of these. This is for with your GoPro camera. You put this on your GoPro camera, and that way when you're jumping off a cliff into the water or whatever, if you drop your GoPro camera, this thing floats. And that orange part, is what would be sticking out of the water. If the camera was on this side being heavy, it would float with that orange part sticking up so you could find your camera easier. So if you are like Gizzard and you're always jumping off of cliffs with your GoPro. Oh, speaking of Gizzard, there he's right there. Then you might want to get one of them things. What do you think of these?
You know, someone who's constantly looking for new ways to pull their pork, then they might like these bear paws, which are a set of made in the USA uh, rippers that you use to thrash pork and shred it up. As you can see, they're made out of very high quality polymer. They're injection molded, so they're solid, and yeah, they'd really do a number on some pork meat. So if you know someone that's interested in a made in the USA accessory for their pork, then this is the ideal pork shredding tool.
So if you know somebody that's interested in a pork accessory, I'll put the link in here for you. Because they're saying, so he might drown, but at least somebody will get his GoPro. Exactly. And then we'll know what happened. We'll know how you drowned. That's the important part. AR Patriot is out there. Welcome. Have a good Thanksgiving. Gunmetal guy. Let's see. I posted quite a few golf ball videos lately. And, you know, golf balls make a great gift if you know a golfer. So if you do know a golfer, now that I'm an expert on golf balls, they probably golf with one kind of golf ball or another. It's kind of like having ammo. Like they like one kind of ammo or another. So sometimes buying them range ammo is a good deal because they don't care about range ammo. It's a practical gift, but they're not going to necessarily buy it themselves. So as a gesture or like to take to the range, and they call it a driving range, I believe. So to take like range ammo, so when they shoot golf balls at the range, they don't want to shoot their like $75 golf ball into the range. But if you give them one that emulates their $75 golf ball, like the generic version, that might be a golf ball gift. Or if they shoot, there's either bouncy golf balls or there's stiff golf balls. That's pretty much what it all comes down to. If they shoot one kind or the other, you might want to give them, you know, the other one. Might want to give them the other one so that they can, I don't know, kind of see if they like, you know, just so it's kind of like, hey, you drink Dr. Pepper all the time? Here's a 7-Up, just to see if you like the other flavor, I guess. I don't know if it's a good gift or not. I'm not a golfer. They probably like getting golf balls, though. And they cost about $25 for the cheap ones. Paper shredder. Is that a present? How about a meat scale? What about you got all that shredded pork? How are you going to measure
Is
it
a
out?
Tory scale? This is what it looks like when it's in the box. Let's take it out of here.
What if you wanted to, you know, weigh out some of that pork you shredded? Is that a great gift? I think this is probably not such a great gift idea. Let's see. These are all the different kind of mosquito, what do you call these things? Mosquito traps. Depending on what you got going on. Has anybody used any of these Dynatraps before? I've been using the little quarter-acre one, the one on the left there, the most. That one is the size of a garbage can. So as much as I'd like to turn it on and see what happens, I don't want to pay the electricity on it, and it's kind of big. So I'm going to be taking that over to a friend's house, letting them run it. They got a massive backyard. We don't get that many mosquitoes here, though, so we'll see how it works. But if anybody's used those, if you live anywhere east of here, well, not here, but anywhere east of the Colorado? No, I mean the Rockies? No. Yeah, I guess you guys got mosquitoes in Kansas, probably. So probably anywhere out of the desert areas where you have to deal with mosquitoes. I'm wondering if you've used one of these things before. They're a trap, so they don't kill and they don't use poison, so they don't smell. And they're a trap, but they're not like a glue trap, so the bugs aren't stuck to them. That means you can empty it and clean it. So I kind of like the idea. I mean, I get that giant one. If you had like the, what do you call it, a horse kennel or something, a horse stable. I guess it's not a kennel, but it may be in a kennel too. But if you had a bunch of horses or some kind of livestock, you'd probably get that big one. And then that bottom hopper would just get full of gross dead bugs, right? Because it traps them all until they die. And then you could throw that to your chickens. And I'll bet you your chickens would freaking love that. Patriot saying I need the electric kinds that zap. What I like about these kind is they don't make that noise. I've been like the people that are going to get this one on the right, the big giant one, they have a pretty big zapper kind, And nobody cares. Nobody cares about the bugs being killed or whatever. But the noise bothers their dogs and it bothers their little kids. The kids don't like it, so they end up having to put it kind of far from the house. So this is like an alternative. Plus, just again, when you zap them dead, there's no. I guess there's some carcass left to give to the chickens or whatever. But well, Mike is saying they got them in Los Angeles. That would be horrible. I assumed you had no bugs in the city. I never lived in a city, but I assumed there was no bugs in the city. Where are they going to live? I mean, I know there's cockroaches and shit like that, but I didn't think there was. Well, I guess mosquitoes don't need leaves. I figured mosquitoes needed grass and trees and shit to put their babies on, their larvae on. Yeah, I can imagine they get pretty bad. We got all that grass. Anyway, so if anybody has ever tried these things, like I say, they're not kill. They attract the bugs and then suck them in with a fan and then just hold them until they die. I mean, they still kill the bugs. It's just they don't kill them with the noise. This thing is a travel steamer. I can't imagine who would want a travel steamer, and it costs like $70. But I guess it's pretty cool. I mean, I guess if I don't know, I can't imagine. If I was a fancy businessman, then I needed my suits cleaned all or steamed all the time. So we only got 6 votes in the current poll about what kind of gift is your favorite type of gift: luxury, food, practical, or inexpensive. Nobody likes getting inexpensive gifts. I typically like inexpensive gifts because it's the gesture, right? So I don't want the other person to be put out by putting a bunch of money into something that I'm going to be like, oh, I already have 4 of those, or like, no, I don't like that, because that's my worst case scenario. Is like I gotta go, oh, great, thanks, and then have something around I don't want. So I mean, I'm like, who wants that? And if they spent $5 on that, okay, well, whatever, it's a gesture. But if they spent $50 on that, now it's like, oh man, I hate to think that you spent $50 on that. This thing, wow, I can't recommend this thing enough. It's essentially a thing you shove your feet into. And what does it cost? $100. For the right person, I think you would dig this. What is this one? This is the one with the remote control. So if you don't want to bend over and have to poke at it, you can get this one with the remote control also. But essentially, you shove your feet in there, and there is heat. That's this button. There is like bags that blow up, more than one. There's got to be it feels like there's 5 or 6 bags that blow up in there, and they're going to blow up and squish your feet and then let go, and then blow up and squish your feet and then let go. And then this uses some kind of a mechanism with these wooden balls that come around and wiggle on your feet, so they're like massaging it. And at first it's a little weird, and then after a while you understand what it's all about. And then there's a timer. So it's like basically a robot that you stick your feet into. And that's not normally something I'd be behind, but after sticking my feet in there for a while, I might even bring that thing to SHOT Show. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm keeping that, and I might take it to SHOT Show with me. Let's see, Patriot saying, my brother put his in far from the back deck. It helps a lot there. And that's the thing. Most of the time, those traps or whatever, right, they can take like a half acre because the light attracts the bugs. And some of them you can put stuff to help attract the bugs, some kind of a scent. But yeah, they're supposed to help like a whole half acre. So yeah, you don't need to actually have it like near your table or anything. On the other hand, if you've got all the lights where you're at and it's nighttime, that might be a different thing, because the bugs are always going to go to the lights. What else we got going on here? Bunch of boring stuff. Windshield wipers, that would be a pretty boring present. How about a queen bee marking set? If you got to mark your queen bee, you can use this $20 set. That's probably a boring gift. This is actually an interesting one, depending on who you're buying gifts for. This is $25 and you get 2 of them, and they're tiny. They're just this little wiggly, like a metal arm that stays in place, a little flexible metal arm with a light at the end, but look at how good that light is. If I ever get to where it's shining, it's just such a cool light, and you buy it in whatever color you want. They're just one color, but it's just a very, what's the word, consistent. There's no hot spot. There's no anything. It's just the very consistent color of light, and I think they're literally just for decorating. You're just supposed to be buying these and stick them into the wall and use it to throw light out. But I think for a content creator or just somebody that wants to, display something in an interesting way, that's a pretty interesting. I would have never thought of buying that for myself or anything, but it could definitely add to some kind of an effect. Here's those ones that I have. So I bought 8 of these things. I guess it's not cheap when you buy 8 of them, but they only cost $7 a piece, so it's not like they're that much. And you have to put, and you have to put 4 batteries in them. So cost of 4 batteries is like $2. I bought them when they were more than, they cost more than $7.88 when I bought them. Let's put it that way. But even at full price, they're $10. But essentially, they're just, I don't know why. Yeah, it's just 2 light bulbs, and then that other thing is the sensor that can tell if it's dark out and if there's somebody walking around in front of it. So now I go out there and walk the dogs, and it's light, and then I walk out, I leave, and the sensor figures out we're not there anymore, and it turns it off. So I really dig those. This might be a gift if you know somebody who's one of the cup folks, the people that carry around cups all the time. This is a rubber snack tray that you put around the cup, so you can put your chips or whatever around that cup. I don't know. It might be a novelty, but some people might dig it. Here's another thing that might be a gift for somebody. Maybe practical, maybe a fun gift. So there's different versions of this. This is one that costs $30. Some of them cost a lot more than this. This is like these rubber pads that have cutouts in them, and then all these buttons, and you record your voice, probably your voice, or you could have somebody else record the voice, but the voice would say like, I want to go outside, or I want something to eat, or whatever you want to say on it. And then the dog learns, or you teach the dog, when it pushes that button, it's going to get whatever it's at, so if that's the button that says I want to go outside, and every time the dog steps on that button, you take them outside, pretty soon the dog figures out to step on that button to go outside, right? That's the idea. So, again, this is something that people may or may not have decided to do for themselves. There's like $200 versions of this. So they may have thought, oh, I'm not going to do that because it costs too much. Well, there's a $40 version. $30 version. What am I saying? $40 shipped probably. So I don't know. That's something that if you got a puppy, for a dog person that's interested in something like that, that might be neat. This thing here, I'm going to say this is a good gift. I keep it right here by my foot. The dog hates this, by the way, so he's going to get all pissed. All right. I've been wanting one of these things for a while. I finally got one. So I'm going to use it with the embroidery machine. I might buy a second one if I can get one at a good deal. So it's a $20 item, and you can see, I'm going to quit showing you there because I'll just flip it to this again. Boom. Boom. There it is. So, I have like 20 vacuums right now, and this is my favorite vacuum. And I have 20 vacuums. So there's nothing to it. This is where you charge it. I haven't had to charge it yet. I'm guessing that's where you charge it. And then this is suck, and this is blow. Now, I don't suck with it because I want to keep the filter clean. So I might get a second one as a vacuum cleaner. But this is my blower. So I guess I got to get the knob. You get different knobs for the front, and you get different knobs for the end. So you jam a knob in the end like this, and now it's going to blow out of this end. So he doesn't like this at all. You push the button. There's only one button. He don't like the noise. But, man, this thing's going to suck. I haven't sucked with it because, like I just said, I want to keep the filter clean. But you can hear from that. That would be, excuse me, that would be a great little vacuum cleaner for like keyboards and whatnot. But what I've been doing is blowing with it. So I blow all the, somehow I get dog hair all over my keyboard. Somehow that happens. So I just do this. Blow out the back of the monitors and all that kind of stuff. Definitely dig this. So I used to buy those cans of air like once a year, and then it would run out, and then I'd be too cheap to pay another $7 for a can of air. This thing costs $20. This is like buying 3 cans of air. So I definitely think these are worth it. I'm going to drop a link for this one because this one might be something that you got somebody that could use something like this. And I don't know if that, did I say it was on sale? You know, some of the stuff's on sale, some of it ain't. It's $20 thing. So yeah, it's on sale. It was $30 and now it's $23. I'm going to put it away so it doesn't get all gross. By all gross, I mean Mello takes everything and chews on it now. She's becoming a very bad dog. I didn't realize his butt was on the video. Let me move back to here. So yeah, $23 and close out of that one. But that's actually a good gift. If I was smart, I would have started the show with that one because that's I think that one's pretty good value. Again, when you consider it to 3 cans of that air spray. Let's see, USA Floor Puzzle. This is pretty neat. I bought it because I figured all the pieces would be a separate state because it says, oh, there's 51 pieces. So I wasn't quite sure how it did that. But everybody on the East Coast got screwed. Everybody out here, we get our own state. Everybody gets a piece. Arizona, boom. You know, all the big states get their own piece, but all the New England, all the East Coast, yep, like normal, you all got jammed together in like 3 pieces. So it's cool, but you know, it could have been so much cooler. What does it cost? $20? Oh, $11. I mean, for $11 for somebody that's trying to learn. I wish I would have had a floor puzzle, you know, as a little kid trying to learn all that junk. Let's see. Oh, this might be an interesting gift. These don't cost that much. As a little practical food luxury gift, because nobody needs a waffle bowl. But for $16, you get a little individual waffle maker, but it's in a bowl shape. So you put your waffle mix in there. It makes a waffle, but it makes a waffle that you can use for a bowl for ice cream or something. Or fruit, I guess, if you're boring. So we'll put a link over here for that one if anybody wants to grab that one. Now I'm putting links in. That's way smarter. So I bought some chips via the Amazon by, you know, in a box like this. I'm going to recommend that because you get your chips that way than if you just didn't buy chips. So can't recommend it. But if you want to buy it, use our link if you want. Let's see. Lights are probably boring gifts. Although this one, pretty awesome. It's a $69 lamp. Right? And let me go back. That's what it looks like when you buy it. And then you set it up. Comes in as a flat piece, arm, and the bottom. And then eventually, there we go. And then here it is. So it comes up right here. It has the settings up here. So now it's off. See, a little light comes on when it's off. You can go on. You can adjust the brightness to whatever brightness you want. Get that back to good. Okay. And then you can change the flavor of the light, yellow or blue or whatever. And then it's got auto, which I don't trust, so I don't put it on auto. and then it's flexible, so I can yank on it, and the base is heavy enough that I can yank on it, and I kind of keep it around there. And now this is the camera thing. This is what the camera is on. So it comes up underneath my cameras, but over my monitors, and illuminates this whole area way better than the old light. The old light was one of these old-fashioned ring lights that didn't have a light on it anymore. So I like zip tied a LED light to it. This thing is way better. Go back to the puppy cam. See, now you can see a puppy. Before, if I turn the light off, puppy's way darker. Puppy's way lighter. All right, back to the other place over here. We've been going for about an hour. Am I corking anybody yet? Let me go see. Those of us who run rogue channel chats in the middle of the day are polite enough to go look at if we're running rogue over anything. Krabby's talking about flashlights. So what kind of flashlights are you thinking? I've just been scrolling through stuff to get the ball rolling here. So if we're going to talk flashlights, let's see what Amazon says first off. What do we got? So Amazon is saying, some kind of flashlight there, some other kind of flashlight. I don't know what these are. These look like Star Trek flashlights. Emergency flashlight for hurricane supplies. Okay, so $36. All of these don't look appealing to me, but they're all. I'm assuming you want a flashlight and not a pack of 12 flashlights like that. Now this one is interesting. Something that turns into a bendy light. Magnetic pickup tool with LED. $12. That might be interesting. We'll zap that one real quick. These are too big and the clips are shitty. So you can tell when they have a shitty clip that they didn't put any effort into it. So I just ignore them. This one, you can tell by looking at it, it isn't good. It says Gorilla Grip. So 800 baht for $10. I guess we'll look at it, but I'm guessing that's not good. Buttons, I'm not a fan of buttons. They turn on when you don't want them to, and while you're gripping them or whatever, they can turn off when you don't want them to. So I'd rather have a clicker at the bottom. You never hardly touch the bottom of something. These lights on gloves, that seems like a gimmick to me. What happens when you pick your nose? You're going to have the light shining right in your eye. All of these are huge. Okay, here we got one that's a little smaller. $6. So it's probably not good, but for $6. That one comes in a little plastic box for $20. That one's the form factor of a small light and a giant light. Alright, so evidently if I just type flashlights, I get randomness. So I'm going to get out of featured and go to high to low and see what kind of high-end flashlights I have. $2,000 flashlights. I'm going to put the link in here, so if anybody wants to buy that $2,000 flashlight, you can. You could get 3,600 of these lights for $1,000. So that's 30 cents per light, or am I crazy? No, that's 50 cents per light-ish. So that's pretty cool. Otherwise, there are a bunch of crazy, powerful LEDs, I'm guessing, which usually burn out because they can't dissipate the heat fast enough. $600 flashlights, really? So for flashlights, you got your Streamlight and your Surefire. Let's go see what they got for Surefire. Surefire does all the development and they create things and then other companies rip them off. So let's see what they got going. Got the Scout Light, which is to mount on a rifle or something. You've got the G2s, which have been my favorite throughout the years. They're $88 and $93. And these are 600 lumen. They all use CR123 batteries. So CR123s are like a squatty like a squatty AAA. No, like a squatty AA. but they have 1.5 volts. So they're the same. One battery is the same as two regular batteries. Two batteries is the same as four regular batteries. So they can get more power, and they usually make good battery. Or you can get well-made batteries. They're made for cameras and other high-end electronic stuff. So they're designed to hold charge and dissipate it correctly. So they're good batteries. They're just expensive. But you can get G2s for $88, or this little E1B backup, which is a great little light, super strong, and it's essentially the diameter. It looks fat, but it's zoomed in on the tiny flashlight. It's the size of I think just one CR123. $133. Most people can't handle that. This charger for 123s, wow. Like, I should get myself one of these. That seems like an amazing idea. Actually, it seems like a super amazing idea. Let me see what this is all about. Ugh, they want me to go up there and do that thing, and I just don't want to go up there for that thing. Well, it's 5:30, so I guess I'm missing out on a light over there. So I guess I can handle that. Let's see. So I really think this is an interesting deal. $33, and you get, I'm guessing, two Surefire CR123s, and then how many times can you use those over and over compared to a $25 pack of 12? The thing is, I put that put that $25 worth of a pack of 12 into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 flashlights, and then have some extra batteries laying around. For $33, you power one flashlight, so you'd essentially have to do that $33 times the number of flashlights you have. But most people probably only need like 4 to 6 CR123s at a time. What else? Surefire does do other things, but you can see most of their lights are closer to the $100 than they are to the $50. So, none of these are like their cool ones for carry. Now, if we're talking a light for carry and not a light for duty, a lot of their lights are made for duty. Then we might need to go to StreamYard or Streamlight. So Surefire's my favorite lights. Then are the other companies like Flash the Streamlight. Who else is at the Streamlight level? There's a bunch at this level, I think. Surelight. How about, let's put the right words in here. So for Streamlights, I've always carried the, whatever this is called, the Micro Stream, but they have different versions evidently, because I'm buying ones that are like $10 and now they're $31. There's no way they cost that much, so I'm probably looking at a fancy one. I'm also a big fan of these pen ones that do 2 AAAs. They don't last me forever, but they only cost 30 to whatever, 20 to $30. Oh, this has a rechargeable battery in it for $30. So that would be interesting. I might consider one of these as my next flashlight if I ever get another flashlight. Or I guess whenever I decide to get another flashlight is the way to say it. I'm going to give you our affiliate link. You go up here and Did we get sound back yet? Any sound? I'm poking the dog. Can you hear me poking the dog? Okay. Just want to make sure you could hear it. Okay. Brilliant. All right, now I'm going back to the thing. I turned off everything, so I got to turn everything back on again. Other channels don't even bring a co-host in to do slapstick routines like what we got going on over here. We rehearsed that forever, for like a long time last night. Smacking on him with a hammer and with a different piece of wood, trying to get the right sound. We got it. We got it eventually. All right, so eventually I will also have the screen back up over here that we were looking at earlier. I guess we were just looking at Amazon, right? Streamlight. And bang, 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 bang. It's like Pong. All right. All right, so I guess what I was saying was with that $6 one, what can go wrong? You give somebody a $6 flashlight, and the worst that happens is they figure out they like that style flashlight, and they go buy a $30 one or whatever that's going to last them, and they move that $30 or that $6 one into a tackle box or something. So yeah, I think, and maybe they're just tender, like, oh, I never use my thing anyway, so I'm just going to put it in a drawer and never use it. Well, a $6 flashlight will last forever in a drawer, probably. So that might be an interesting gift. Now, on the other hand, buying somebody a $6 thing and they know there's a $30 one, they might be like, oh, hey, thanks. But, it kind of depends on the relationship, too. Your friends aren't going to expect you to buy the $30 one. Your kids might expect you to buy the $30 one. Otherwise, I don't know when my sound went dead. I think that's what I was complaining about during that segment. Otherwise, I would hesitate. I think of buying a flashlight, like buying shoes or something for somebody, or buying gloves for them. Like, I might know what I like, but that doesn't mean I know what you like. So when we're talking flashlights, I would stick with a small practical one that I know is going to be a good task light. And the worst case scenario is if they don't like it, they can put it in their glove box. They could put it in a travel bag and just have it as an extra emergency light, which is no harm, no foul. So if you spend $30 on somebody that you care about, then you're giving them a light that'll work if they ever need it. And if they do carry it around, then you win. Okay, great. You like the light and you carry it. So we were asking for gift ideas that are good gift ideas. And so far, I think all we got is Krabby Turtle saying flashlights. So we'll star that one and put the challenge out there again now that we got sound back again. I'm not threatening that I'm going to wiggle this dog until we get answers. I'm just telling this dog to give us some answers. Give us 3 more gift ideas that we can look up on Amazon and that people can vote on for good gift ideas. Maybe things that you've gotten in the past as a gift, or things that you've given as a gift that turned out to be a hit. Just give us the 3 items and we'll go easy on you. See how he kicked me? I got kicked by this animal. That's abuse. I got kicked by him. All right, we'll go back to the other screen and go back to minimal puppy viewing. Wait, hold on. All I was doing is manhandling them, and then I got kicked. Okay, knives or Woods is saying Mora knives. Good one. Well played. Let's see. Woods is saying, I'm giving my other Oh, I see. Your assistants, your lessers, Mora fixed blades. A flashlight is a good idea. Would you give your lessers a knife? Then they might stab you when they're not looking. If you give them a flashlight, then they can give you a hand. But no, I think Moras are a great one. They don't cost a lot, and they're super good. Like, they're very good quality. I guess instead of just talking about them, we can go look at them. So all you got to do is type in Mora. The problem is, and the good thing, but the opportunity in a Mora. Oh, I guess they have other stuff on the planet called Mora. Because there's so many of them, unless somebody's an avid collector, then they don't have all of them. If they are an avid collector and you give them another one, they're going to go like, hey, thanks. I'm a collector and I can definitely do something with a duplicate or something. But if they're a collector and you give them something they've never had before, ding, ding, ding. So I think let's look at them. And now a normal person who's never had a Mora before might go, hey, why'd you give me a steak knife? But essentially, if they haven't ever used one before and they actually use it, you've turned somebody into a convert. So this is one of my favorite ones, and it's the bestseller, it looks like. And this is sort of like an army green color with the standard. Come on. With the standard scabbard. And let's go to videos. Oh, look at this. Look at that.
Taking a quick look at the Mora Companion. This one is a stainless steel in blue. So the Companion is the handle with kind of utility design and a very simple and effective scabbard of one piece plastic polymer. The Scandi grind on the blade, typical drop point blade style, and a stainless steel blade, very impervious to rust and holds an edge pretty decent. Great utility knives, great for putting in a vehicle for an emergency or just general use utility, great for a camp kitchen, great for fishing, great all-around knife. Hope this helped.
That's amazing.
This stainless steel blade has become one of my favorites. It is extremely sharp, it's easy to carry, and it's...
Let's take a look at some of the different versions. Now here's an orange version. I have that one sitting right here. Where'd that orange one go? I have this orange one sitting right here. Is this the same?
What's going on, guys? It's Chris here. Wanted to do a quick little...
So, I like the orange ones a lot. And that's the thing. You can get them to people different color ones. This is a $20 freaking knife. I think this may be one of the best gift suggestions. Again, it's possible for someone to hate a Mora, even if they hate a Mora, the Mora knife style or the look or the company or something about them. They just do not like them. They can trade it to somebody who does. There's so many people that like them that it's a great practical gift. It's definitely a practical gift. Now, if you know somebody who collects Moras and you get them a cool one, then now you're talking an even more interesting gift. So here's an example of how one that has an oversized handle and a carbon steel blade as opposed to a stainless steel blade. That's why they keep saying stainless steel, because it's one of the differences between them. And then this one has an interesting color pattern for whatever reason. And again, somebody who has Moras around and doesn't want to use one, I don't know, in the mop room or whatever. Now they have one they can use in the mop room because they don't care if it gets all messed up. Oh, gizzard. I got the stubby one over here. I got it and I was going to give it away. And then I'm like, no, I'm keeping it. It's too awesome. But this thing is freaking neat. Actually, I have the red one and I probably will give it away because I don't know why I have a red one and I could have this one because this is the one I need. But yeah, $25 knife. I don't even know. It's not I'm not going to go around saying it's super practical. It's just cool. And if you like Moras, it's cool. Oh, you know what? Let's just randomly take a look at the videos on this Mora also. No big deal. Let's just randomly take a picture. Let's take a look at the videos on this.
It's a pocket-sized fixed blade knife.
Oh, what do you know? Two of them on this knife. You seeing what's happening, Gizzard? 2 of them on this knife. I dominate the Mora sector. Come on, play my video. You know you want to play it. Play it. That's how bad my internet is.
So this is the Mora Elders knife. But what we're looking at is the accessory kit. It comes with the lanyard and this secondary lock. Now it also comes with a fire steel that I've got in one of my bags, but it's a ferro rod with a key fob. So it doesn't really attach. It's just like they just give it to you because it's an accessory kit. But what they do give you is this lanyard. So, the Eldris is a very small neck knife. There's no belt clip or anything on the scabbard. It does connect. It does stay in the scabbard really well, but there's no belt clip. So what they do is they give you 2 holes here, and it's real easy to put the cord through. They give you this lanyard made out of 550, which is adjustable, or you can tie it to be adjustable. And then they give you this secondary lock, and it's made out of a durable polymer, and it's kind of built to be the dimension of the scabbard here, and there's some indentions in the scabbard, and when you pull it up, it kind of locks into place there. You can remove it fairly easily, but it does lock into place, and you don't have to worry about it falling off or anything. And then that way, when you put the knife back in and lock it in, you've got this secondary lock with a snap. So if you are using this as a neck knife or strapping this to a pack or something, or
so you get the idea. So yeah, I dominate both. Now 2 different Mora sectors that I got. Total exclusivity. Oh, wait a minute. Look at this one. Is this a third? Is this going to be a third Mora? I can't help it when I dominate a sector. Oh wait, I talked too soon. Damn it. So somehow I have not yet dominated this one, and it's sitting right in front of me. What a ripoff. Gonna go down and look at these videos. There's mine. I wonder why I'm not dominating this video with this video. Why this video isn't on?
I don't know about you, but I have a lot of Mora knives, and this one is again one of my favorites. It's a very economical one.
All of my Moras are all of my favorites. All right. Well, thanks to Mike White coming up with another idea for a gift idea. Let's jump back. You know how eBay has a little button down here that lets you jump to the top? How come Amazon can't give us that button? So, small tool kit. Definitely some interesting ones. So this one is actually kind of neat for $25. It's small tools for working on a phone, but that could be interesting. How many people, show of hands? Oh, I guess I killed my poll already. Let me get back to my video here. But how many people, show of hands, buy tools for the youngins, for kids as they're growing up? I didn't really. Show of hands. I got tools for the youngins. What happened for here? Kids as they're growing up. I didn't. So I never got that many tool kits as a kid because I already had the tools. Like, I didn't wait around for the holidays to get my tools. Like, I needed tools, I got them. That's what kind of stuff I would spend my allowance on. But if you got a kid that's sitting around playing video games all the time, have you got him or her a set of tools? And if you got them a set of tools, did you get them woodworking tools, or did you get them a welder? Did you get them tools to take apart their electronics? Do you encourage them to take apart their electronics? Did you get them one of these things? I call these like the sucker bet ones. Like, hey, here's a useless hammer, useless pliers, and a screwdriver that's going to strip out a disposable blade thing. Come on. Like, these are people that aren't putting a lot of thought into it. You know, the gesture gift. But you get past that into a useful kit, and with tools that actually are of use. Now you're kind of talking. So here's one from Real Avid. I've heard of that company before, and that's an actual hammer with some punches. Let's go. We can zoom in. Oh, look, nowadays you can zoom in on these things. Come on, there we go. So it's, first off, it looks like the case itself flips around and has it stand up. That's pretty handy. What do I have to click on each of these? Oh, that's a list of all the tools. So it comes with a bunch of different punches. Now you might go, what do I need all these punches for? It's kind of like drill bits. You can always drill a bigger hole than you need, but then it's not going to be a tight hole. Or you can always use a smaller punch than you need, but then you're going to bend the punch, or you're going to put a dink into your pin or something. So if you always use the exact size punch as the pin, you don't get mushrooming and you don't make little dimples, and you have less chance of it messing with everything. So that's why they give you a bunch of punches, is so that you can line it up with the thing you're punching. They're also going to be nice and flat, and they're going to be made out of a metal that is, designed for this and not wood or something that's designed for all purposes, I'm assuming. They got an alignment tool, whatever. I guess that means thing to hold the punch if you're scared of smacking your own hand with the punch. And then an engineering resin. So that just means a plastic punch. Probably a nylon, not really polymer, but polymer, but not really plastic, like a nylon. And then that hammer has mass, but the ends come off, and you have rubber, brass, stainless, and probably, again, like a nylon that, I can't think of the name, but like a nylon. So, yeah, this thing looks like an actual decent set of specific tools for something. What does this cost? $26? I think anybody, even a person who's had some tools for a while, wouldn't mind getting something that's a useful set of tools. So that's why I kind of hesitate to send people off to buy a set of tools, because just because something has a screwdriver in it doesn't make that screwdriver useful. This kind of thing could be handy. Gizzard has something like this up on his channel, a Craftsman set though. But I could have used one of these the last time I was doing that throttle control thing. That thing needed one of these, and I used them for air conditioning back in the day, so that means they're at the bottom of all my shit in the back of a drawer. So I ended up doing something else instead of actually getting the right tool. These things are kind of neat. They're potentially a stocking stuffer type of gift, but they're a tiny screwdriver set, but in a pen size package. So I should probably start dropping some more links on here. This one is, I have no idea if this one's any good or not. It does say that it's sold 400 this month. You see how slow my internet is? Come on. Are you serious? That long just to open up a pop-up? Maybe Amazon's that busy that their servers can't deliver stuff quick. And then we'll just say a screwdriver set, because I haven't linked anything else like a screwdriver set. So if you wanted to grab one of those, otherwise that Real Avid set is probably something somebody might want to take a look at, and I will grab you a link to that one as well. Okay, this Mora, because I can't find that other one right now. Nope, not dropping links. That takes way too long. So just drop into our Amazon store, go over to Gizzard's Amazon store, and shop around. You don't have to buy stuff that's in our store. We just ask that you use our store to get to Amazon. Amazon remembers who sent you there, who brought you in, and then gives us a little cut. So we appreciate it. But I think we have, or no, we don't have 4. We have 3. The third idea was a small tool set. I was just looking around at those. And then Woods is saying, can't have too many knives or tool sets. Well, I hear you. But here's the big but. Truck stop knives. Can you have too many truck stop knives? Yes, I believe I can have too many truck stop knives. And tool sets. Can you, what I'm calling the, here's your tool set / tie, the like the not very thoughtful or not very thought out basic tool sets. Like, how many basic tool sets do you need? How many standard size screwdrivers, standard size Phillips? What else is in there? Like disposable razor blade knives. Now the razor blade knives are disposable, so you'll go through them, yes. But like the standard claw hammer that nobody needs, like some of those things, I definitely don't want them. And I'm not even kidding. It's probably 8 useless hammers now. Countless useless screwdrivers, only because I will grind a useless screwdriver into a spike or something, or like, drive or cut a notch in it for some specific purpose and, throw it away after, or throw it in the drawer as a modified screwdriver. So the only reason I keep some useless tools around is because I know I'm going to take them to a grinder and potentially modify them. And even then, they turn into a modified, poorly made tool. They usually have soft metal and everything. So I can't get behind that one. I understand the concept, but I'm a victim of having a lot of like thoughtless, oh, that guy must like tools. Here's a basic claw hammer and, the standard screwdriver size that, I have dozens of. Now, when you're a little kid, totally different, I guess, because you're probably losing your tools and you don't know how to use them anyway yet. And I don't know, that's a whole nother discussion. Do you give kids good tools to start off, or do you give kids garbage tools so that they can lose them, break them, and then when you give them good tools, they appreciate them? I mean, I get that line of reasoning, but at the other hand, they're your kids. Why not start them off with decent tools so they just start running? Why force your kids to learn what garbage tools are all about? That's a whole other conversation probably, but I'm leaving the toolkit in there. Computer repair is the next one that came up. I got a computer repair toolkit from a coworker. Absolutely love it. See, I've got computer repair tools from back in the day, so I wouldn't want somebody's version of them unless they were a better repair technician than me and were giving me stuff that I didn't, were taking me to the next level. But I get you. So, see, I would have thought somebody like Gizzard who's done computer repair, I'd stay away from tools, because I figure you either have your tools or you know what you like. So I'm not going to, waste your time with tools. But that's interesting. Portable punch set. Let's see. Gizzard is saying for gun guys, punches, wheel or torque wrench, trigger pull scale are all good gifts. Yeah, now you can get sets that have some of that stuff in them too, right? And I don't know if that's a good idea or not. Again, for somebody who's just starting out, maybe. But then I would say buying an individual tool that's decent is something I would go towards for somebody who's already been around for a while. Hex and torque wrenches are good. Emergency car kits. Then we got multi-tool. Let's see. Overthinking it? I guess I could be. Could always use more torque sets. I do strip out quite a bit of bit sets. So whenever screwdrivers turned into drivers with bits, it was amazing. Because back in the day, it was horrible stripping out screwdrivers and having to clean them up all the time. So I'm going to go with, I guess, the multi-tool. The multi-tool is a tough one too for me because there's so many options there. So I'm going to go with end pole. Looks like everybody likes practical gifts. Pretty much everybody. One person, I think, voted for a luxury gift. So how do I do this? I guess I can do it like this. So the ultimate... Oh, dang it. The ultimate best gift. We're going to come down with it right now, and now you won't have to even consider it. Going forward, you'll just be able to watch this video and know exactly. I need a new mouse because I just spilled Vina soda all over mine. But after this poll is over, everyone will know what the best gift is. Is it? All right, what was the first one? Flashlight. Is it a Mora knife specifically? Well, I'm going to go with my suggestion from Flashlight and modify it to Streamlight. Just because these other, or no, the other ones don't have. So I'll just leave it at small Flashlight. Then we'll add small toolkit. And then the last one will be the multi-tool. So definitely 3 practical gifts. Oh, I forgot I got my tennis racket working again. But now we have a poll going. And this has been a boring picture, so I'll get rid of that picture. Let's go to around in there, pour around through there and see what some people say. Ultimate best gift is a box of bacon. What about a DIY home bacon kit where you get a Petri dish and you grow your own bacon at home without all the extra environmental wastes of having a pig wrapped around it? Amazing. What about that gift? What if you grew your bacon under solar LED lights? All right, so we're digging into Black Friday and taking a look at what they got going on over here with the Amazons. Pretty much a bit of everything, I guess. Is there an outdoor? You got your shop all deals, your lightning deals. What are lightning deals? Is that like Woot, where there's just like a countdown? Super good deals. There's probably somebody watching this on like Amazon Live, watching just the best deals or something. So 57% off a projector. Gizzard, we were just trying to talk Gizzard into getting a projector the other day. 97% claimed. Oh, I see. They must have only some number of these available or something. Quantity 1. So it's... What's the difference? Is there a difference? 680 in 4K, and this one is... Oh no, the other one was 1080. So 199, 57% off. I don't know. See if Gizzard buys that one or not. Oh, I've got one of these. 20% off. Let's see how much it costs. $63. Yeah, I guess I'd pay $63 for it. It's got a pretty decent camera. I think it's 1080, it says. I think mine was 720, so maybe I'm wrong and it's 1080. It flies pretty good. I've tried flying it out in that wind too many times, I think, and I might have broke it. I took it one time. I was up by Alan Anker's house, and I was trying to fly it around by there, and I think it was way too windy. So I haven't flown it since then. Ew, a thing that jam in your ear to look at the earwax in there? No, thank you. I mean, you could buy that if you want, but that's not a gift. Like, hey, here's a nice gift idea. Your ears are gross. How about one of these things? There was a long time I would buy my mom one of these things every year for that kitchen appliance. Are we allowed to say brand names on here? So you can put all kinds of different kitchen appliances on the front of the, I don't know what they call that, like the attachment point. The newest thing is to get your light bulbs that are connected to the internet. So you got that going. Is a tool a gift? I don't know. Like, hey, the yard doesn't look that good. Merry Christmas. That's like saying, hey, I don't like the way that the kitchen is clean or the vacuuming is done. Merry Christmas. Like, hey, the roof looks dirty. Merry Christmas. Here's a brush to clean the roof off. Magnetic hooks. Come on. That's a gift? If you can buy it at Family Dollar, is it a gift? I guess you could buy stuff at Family Dollar. That's a gift. Woof Pupsicle. Long-lasting dog toy. What's this all about? So essentially, you put something in there. Oh man, that's so slow. I clicked on every one of these buttons and it hasn't even shown one thing yet. Oh, it's big. Long lasting, safer than bones. Open in the middle. Oh, you buy these things? Okay, they want you use your homemade treats or refill with popsicle guts. Okay, so that's cool. You can use theirs or make your own. I like that idea. The problem is, what is this ball made out of that a dog isn't going to destroy? I guess it's possible. $20? I don't know. Woods? Your dogs eat that? Krabby? Your dogs eat this thing? If Chris is still out there? I think my dog would eat it because he's super food driven. If there was food in there, he'd eat it. Salt and pepper shakers? I don't know. I got a rechargeable... Or wait, no, I did have a set of these. They weren't rechargeable. They were battery powered. And they sold in like 2 seconds on eBay. 2 seconds. Like they were up there for a moment. So I guess people like battery powered salt and pepper shakers. I mean, I think part of the fun is the twisting of the pepper shaker, but telescope, that might be an interesting gift. I was doing a video of the telescope that we were doing a video of on a night when the full moon or the moon was full. That was pretty neat. That's the only thing I like looking at. The stars, you can see Saturn and it's pretty neat. I mean, it is pretty neat. But the other stars or the other planets, I guess, like they're interesting. But the moon is more interesting. It's just so much bigger and brighter. So Wood says that his dogs would eat that in 45 seconds. Krabby saying his would eat the treat, get angry if I use the ball to lock it in. Well, did I show? I think I showed the video a moment ago. This guy likes the game of it or whatever. He can get into it, but he's not necessarily a ball dog. Like he'll run after a ball, and if some other dog has a ball, he'll want it for a minute. But as soon as he has possession of it, he'll put it down and start worrying about the next thing he's worried about. I don't know about some of these things, like shelves and things. Is that a gift? Gloves that make your hands warm? That's a gift, I guess. A spin scrubber for the bathroom? That ain't a gift. That's an insult, right? Oh, here, love you so much. I got you a thing that lets you clean the bathroom toilet a little bit better. This pencil thing, I think it's a pencil. Multi-tool pen. All right, I guess it's a pen. But it's not really a multi-tool, but it's interesting. See how I opened it in a new window this time? That was smart. I've seen this. I can't remember where I've seen this. Maybe it was like an Instagram video or something. I could have sworn it was a pencil. I guess it's both. One's a pencil and one's a pen. Yeah. But, man, I think I've seen these when I was a kid and I never got one. But where's a video or something? I think it can extend. I think one of them extends, and then the other one is a pen, or vice versa. Oh, it's got a little level in there. That's kind of neat. $15 and you get two of them. Do they both have a level in there? Oh, yeah, no-brainer. This thing is, I think, a pretty interesting gift for somebody. They can divide it up and have the pen somewhere and the pencil somewhere else, so get twice the gift, or keep them together and
be able to do larger projects at once. For $20,
Or I mean, for $15, I'm putting it in here. The multi-tool pen. Actually, I should be putting these in a list or something. Come on. Look how hard it is for us to have to do this. We have to do this, and then we have to do this, and then we have to click on this. And then we have to wait and see if anybody ever clicks on our links or whatever. It's agony as an Amazonist. Mike White is saying Nebula are really pretty to look at, and the Orion Nebula are easy to find. Oh, I didn't think about that. Yeah, that's right. I guess I have looked at some of that stuff before. I think I may have seen that kind of stuff through a big-ass telescope at a place like some university or something. I never thought about it through, or I don't know if I've ever looked at it through like a regular telescope, but I didn't think about that. Oh, there's little dog building sets. I didn't know that was a thing. Makes sense, I guess. Doorbell camera. I can't get on board with those. I'm not a fan. This SEMA, man, they got a lot of remote control stuff. I wish they would have sent me more. They sent me 2 of those remote control things, and then they were like, "Do you want a little one?" I was like, "No, I don't want a little one. I want a really big one." And they're like, "All right, we'll let you know there's another really big one." And I haven't heard back from them. But I don't want to review little toy remote control stuff. I want something I can take up in the air. But they got a bunch of stuff, and like I say, they're the ones that I've played with are really well made. What do you think of these giant shower heads? I mean, I kind of want one. I have taken showers in them before, and they're freaking cool. But is that a gift? It seems really close to like either like, hey, you smell. Here's a better shower head, or hey, what are you doing? Nothing tomorrow? Now you're putting in my shower head. Like that's the kind of gift it feels like to me. So, I mean, it's a gift. It's put it in a box, but it's also a home repair. It's also a chore. It's also like barely a house upgrade. I think that's more of something that if my shower head broke, then I'm going to upgrade it when I change it, but I'm not going to go mess with my shower head just to put that on there. But I think I remember my grandma getting a shower head one time as a present, and I felt bad for her. I felt that was not adequate as a present. Oh, look at this. Warm jacket for the dog. I don't know. I would buy one if I needed one, but I don't know if I would get somebody else's dog a jacket. Now, I'm pretty sure you can get Woods' dogs jackets. They probably, one, they need winter jackets because they're probably very cold. And number 2, Woods can't get enough of jackets for his animals. So if you're going to get them jackets, remember the matching bow tie and a little hat that goes on there with a piece of elastic. A beret is probably a good idea when you're sending stuff to Woods. You can buy it's classic, it's perfect. You can buy the stuff off of our Amazon links and just have it sent straight to Woods. And then just wait for the Instagram pictures. So a bladeless ceiling fan, to me that's saying blades that aren't shown, so they're harder to clean. So I'm looking for a regular ceiling fan when I replace my ceiling fans. A magnetic socket organizer. I feel like that's something that should have happened a long time ago, and why haven't all of those socket holsters been magnetic? Really, I mean, seriously, that seems like a no-brainer. Because the worst thing that happens is your sockets get magnetic, and then, they work better. A phone signal booster? That might be an interesting gift. What does that cost? Come on. Move. What happened? Come on. Oh, $169. Maybe not. I don't know who's dropping $169 on stuff, but most people I know are in the $50-ish range. 20 if you don't know the person so well. 50 if you're getting them something you know who they are and you can confidently spend $50 on them. Home security pet camera.
Oh, an Odyssey star projector. Who needs a telescope when you can project the stars onto your own ceiling? Huh, a cowboy hat travel case. I guess something had to exist like that. I just didn't know it did and what it looked like. Oh, here's something. I don't know if you call these clothes or not. What about slippers? I'm pretty sure I've given slippers at least like 14 times as a gift before. But it's because I'm told, buy these for me. I'm like, all right, buy whatever you want. So I've bought slippers before. I think it's probably a good gift. If somebody's got stuff that's fallen apart and you replace them, I guess. I don't know. I've never been attached to my slippers or whatever, my house shoes. So if somebody bought me new ones, I'd be like, all right, thanks. But yeah, I don't know. Where do you stand on that? If you had a kid or something and they wanted like ones that look like a bear or rabbit foot or something, like that's kind of a gift. It's not really clothes. It's kind of like a costume or something. Oh, one of these things. I have two of these I didn't do videos on yet. But I got two Bluetooth vinyl record player thingies to do reviews on. They just didn't get into the rotation fast enough. But somebody owns records out there. I see records more and more recently, kind of all over the place. And for a while there, the only time you saw records was on or around the garbage dumpsters, which is probably why they're so expensive now. Oh, I got these exact same ones for the little dude right here. I'm pretty sure. Let's find out. We'll click on this video button. 20% off, $20. Oh, I don't have a video for this one. Yet. All right, well, we're about to hit the 2-hour mark. There's got to be somebody else on by now. So we're going to start wrapping it up. Maybe I should have done this as a panel. I don't know. Is there a right way to do a things to buy this holiday live event? So maybe next time we'll do it a different way. And we'll see if anybody's around tomorrow. But even though there's people hanging out here, I think I'm going to wrap it up, decide if I'm going to eat something, and get back to some other things. So unless anybody's got anything else out there as you're listening live, then I will jump out of here and let you go with a commercial for our Gear website store. Actually, I'm also going to recommend you check out our Amazon pages. Like, say, all you really got to do, like, how do I get back to mine? That's a good question, huh? Let me figure out how to get back to mine. I know how to go in the back door. I have to go in the back door, walk through the place, and then walk back out the front door, and I can show you that. But I don't know how to get right to my front door, actually. I don't have it saved anywhere. But if you go, I guess I can click it right here and give it to you. And then if I saved it somewhere, I would have it. But when you head over to this place, our main store, then anything you buy, you don't have to buy anything in our store. You just go into Amazon and start searching around, and I believe you will be helping us out by giving us a cut. I think it's that easy. Now, if you want to go in and look at some of the stuff we made videos of, feel free. We kind of looked at some of that stuff earlier. I've got something like 3,000 videos. It's like 2,800 videos up there, and then like 200 pictures. So there's definitely lots of stuff up there. Dig around, explore. If you give us a thumbs up, I appreciate it. It helps us out. It gets us recommended. It's just like any platform. It gets us recommended. But if it gives you any ideas on something to buy, we appreciate it. Like I say, we'll get anywhere from 2 to 5% or something. Let's see. $50, friends will help you move. $10, it's just a coworker. I don't know what you mean. Oh, like as far as how much to spend on a gift. Oh, I got you. You have way more coworkers than I do, though. When I had coworkers, well, okay, I don't count coworkers when I worked at like Microsoft or something. Like then it was hundreds of people. But if it was when I worked at the gun shop or something, that's like 3 dudes. So, $20 ain't nothing there. But yeah, I hear what you're saying. $50 for people who would help you move, type of thing, or you would help move. Oh man, I was about to guzzle my drink here, thinking it was coffee, but it's water. That would have been a surprise. Thinking it was hot chocolate coffee, and that's a cold glass of water. When I picked it up, I was like, "Why is it so full?" But anyway, we'll wrap this one up. I hope everyone does have a good Thanksgiving, just like this little dog will most likely have. Thanks for everybody for showing up. Just an excuse to spend some time here. I didn't see anybody online, and felt it was interesting to dig around. I was hoping to get people to throw out some suggestions, ideas that they got as a gift. So maybe on your own channel, if you're a content creator, consider posting something like a question. What would you give as a gift? What's a good gift? Some people have like writer's block, essentially, like, I need to get a gift for somebody, but what do I get them? I don't want to get them the same old thing as last year. I need some ideas. And that's what the goal was here, is just to share some ideas like that. So feel free to do that with the comments. Leave comments with things that you've liked to get as gifts, things that you've had success giving as gifts. Anywhere from the $10 stuff to the, little stuff, the $5 stuff, the larger stuff, the hundreds of dollars stuff. And when people read the comments, hopefully that's useful for everybody. It looks like the ultimate best gift to give is a multi-tool, according to our poll. So we scientifically collected the data and presented it to a jury of our peers. They thoroughly discussed it among themselves and voted officially, electronically. And the results are that a multi-tool is your number one best gift idea. So you're welcome. You've been you spent 2 hours to find out the ultimate gift idea. Gift card to our gear store. Appreciate it. I don't think we have anything like that. But that would be a good one. I should have mentioned our gear website store. We are on Amazon. I don't think there's anything on Amazon right now, but we used to put the patches on Amazon. All right, with that, well, thanks everybody again for joining us. I hope you do have a good rest of the day and tomorrow and Black Friday. If you're going to go out shopping or whatever, share some of that. I probably should have had this going the whole time. Thanks to the Patreons that subscribe to what we got going on here. Took a little break this afternoon to play around a little bit. We'll get back to it. Nope. 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 It's one of these buttons.
GearWebsites.com is your source for firearms-based playing cards and books. We also have mugs, shirts, and posters with designs that we've made live. Of course, we have patches. Every Friday is Free Patch Friday. We appreciate your support. Thank you for shopping at GearWebsites.com.
Got to wake Puppy up for his evening nap. He's going to sleep right through it.